All right, we out. Artist retreat.
There's a simple way you can make your first $1 million with content, but almost no one talks about it. Most people treat content like it's a lottery ticket, but I treat it like a system that runs a $13 million portfolio of online companies. So in this video, I'm gonna share the $1 million content engine that I've done 3 separate times across 3 separate businesses in 3 separate industries, so you can learn the inside hacks that I see no one talking about and apply it to your business today. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to know is why you're making content in the first place. And no, making more money is not gonna be enough to cut it. 6 years ago, I was watching a documentary on Carl Icahn, the famous investor who at the time I think owned around 10% of Apple. Carl Icahn's this legendary investor, and he has something called Icahn Enterprises. And it inspired me to start thinking of myself, similar to Carl Icahn does, as this company that's in front of me and I'm just supporting that logo. Instead, I started viewing myself as this asset manager that had a number of different portfolio companies and investments underneath me that I would be growing for the next 50 to 100 years. So this created a beautiful founder flywheel. Essentially, the more I grew my personal brand, the more I was able to grow my portfolio of businesses, drive more word of mouth, drive more cash flows that I would be able to further reinvest into the audience growth and putting out exceptional content. These days, I see the most critical function across my businesses is me putting out unbelievable organic content, right? What do you think the world really needs to hear from you? And how does that tie in with your businesses? Because at the intersection there lives your zone of brilliance. This is kind of your competitive edge that, you're gonna talk about these things. It's gonna create an enormous amount of abundance around you. And it's the kind of stuff that you could see yourself really being curious about for the next decade or 2 of your life versus finding yourself talking about stuff online that you really don't give much of a shit about. And so to go and help you with this exercise, I've gone and created a 48-hour content ignition plan. It's got all these questions and a bunch of exercises to help you go and narrow in on your competitive edge. The second thing I needed to do, something that's made me $1 million across 3 different media companies. And, it's one thing that's gonna save you a ton of time. So after making $1 million from content at BitMaker, making my first $1 million of content at Herb, and making my first $1 million from content at FounderOS, what I've learned is one core thing: iteration. And so it's from putting out over 36,000 pieces of content that I've been able to refine exactly the successful kind of traits that exist in content that spreads versus the kind of content that no one gives a shit about. Even with all that experience, I'll be honest, it was a bit tricky at first, right? What I've learned is when you're getting going on any platform, you gotta be patient, right? You gotta have that long-term mindset because things aren't just gonna blow up overnight. Really, the success across the last 16 years building all these profitable media companies has really come from, making every piece of content 10% better than the last, right? It's this mindset of constantly iterating that's allowed me to get to where I am today. I don't want you to be intimidated by any of the things I've shared here, right? Because the reality is it's just this mindset that will get you to where you're looking to go. Let's just say I'm on level 63 of this whole content game, right? And you're on level 2 or level 10. The real game of getting from where you are to where you're looking to go is just this mindset of being 10% better every single day. Not getting intimidated by the people that you see out there that maybe have it more figured out than you, because truth is, they're also still figuring it out. It doesn't matter what level you're at, what industry you're in, what business model you have, right? When you have that mindset of iteration and is obsessing around the process, right? Success is inevitable. So don't just chase $1 million, chase mastery, chase excellence. Chase building a cult following, chase alignment, chase building something where when you go and you attract a movement of people around you, you are excited to go and serve these people because they're not just customers, right? These are friends, right? These are people that you genuinely get fired up to serve. I think when you've created that, you've created the real success in life. So ask yourself, what needs to exist that doesn't already exist? What's that message out there that the world needs to hear that you were meant to share? But once I was running all these experiments with my content, I needed to understand the difference between signal and noise. 4 years ago, I was building on X, but initially there was no traction. I was in this long tail of just putting in the effort, going and mastering content creation around my personal brand and just being patient. But I won't lie to you. At some points you're just wondering, is this really a good idea? Is this going to lead anywhere? Well, just around when those thoughts started creeping into my own mind, I put out a long form thread on X. And sure enough, a mentor at the time named Justin, who had been helping me craft some amazing, compelling copy and mastery around writing for Twitter, sure enough, he retweeted this given thread and it caught fire and generated over 1 million views in 24 hours. There was an outpouring of people that really resonated with my story, resonated with the fact that I was openly sharing some of the struggles I had had building businesses for the previous decade. I finally felt, a glimpse of light at the end of the tunnel, right? I just kind of went back to work the next day, right? And just kept chipping away. Day by day, sharing more stories, more blueprints, more systems. But at the same token, I was constantly every week looking at, what was my best 10% of content? What were the patterns amongst it? And then similarly, looking at the bottom 10% of my content, the stuff that people weren't really fired up by, and just cutting that from my content strategy. This was the same thing that I had used to build Herb to 14 million people. And now I was just applying those same principles to my own personal brand. Pay attention to the meaningful signal, right? Those DMs that you get, the text messages, and double down on what people are saying that they love. It's all good to get viral posts, but what I'd much rather is get an inbound text from an entrepreneur that I really respect. That's going to mean a hell of a lot more to me than 1 million views. Now, I've given you a bunch of ideas for different experiments you can run to keep this all fun inside of the 48-hour content ignition playbook. So go and check that out, download it in the link in the description, and start going through that to, really develop a level of joy around your content. Now let's talk about how all of this content started turning into monetization. So there I was putting all of this content out on X and people started to resonate with it. I was getting messages and DMs all the time from people saying, can you go and help me systemize my content operations? Matt, can you help me go and build a personal media company? Matt, can you help me with a time audit to get 20 hours of my week back, just like you have? And I started to realize that there was a massive opportunity for me to go and serve these founders. I'd been working at Herb full time, building up that business, and I had gotten it into autopilot, had a bunch of time free, and figured I'd start to get a group of founders together and help them with some of the systems that really had unlocked, tons of time abundance in my own life. And so, fast forward to today, right? It was really those early kernels of those mini experiments of the content I was putting out that helped me form and shape what Founder OS is today. And so I get asked by founders all the time, Matt, I'm looking to iterate on the product, but it doesn't feel ready yet. Should I even be putting content out there yet? And my answer is, hell yes, you should. It's oftentimes that content journey that's actually sort of the early parts of your product development. I learned a ton around, the feedback I was even getting around some of the threads I was putting out there in tweets that helped me shape even what Soulful Entrepreneur was supposed to be in those first early iterations. I knew to double down more on the systems because of the content I was putting out there, right? So oftentimes, your content actually is the early seed of your product. And so I think it's never too early to start putting your content out there. And it's never too early to start building an enormous amount of leverage around you by building an organic audience. I realized too over the years that people don't buy just your product. They buy your conviction. They buy the alignment that you have with what you're putting out there. I think you can tell, right? I'm insanely passionate about systems, right? I'm insanely passionate about helping you go and design your dream life. We do this all day, every day. I eat, sleep, breathe, helping founders get more joy out of their own founder experience and do it through proven systems. And so this is stuff that I would do even if I wasn't being paid a dime, right? We just genuinely enjoy this shit. And so that's what you want to find too. Because I think when you nail this, right, people can feel it. Here's what you need to do. Go and pay attention to the people that are most engaged with what you're putting out there. Look at the DMs, the people with longer comments, the people that are texting you after, and start to ask them, what's the piece of content that has most resonated with you so far? And, what's your biggest challenge right now? And what's the biggest thing I could help you with? It's this sort of feedback that you get from those, super fans of you that will give you a general direction as to where you should go with your content. And it will likely also inform where you need to go with your brand and your products. So, go and listen to these folks and then double down on their feedback. So after this, I ran into a problem. The offer was scaling like crazy. Founders were interested more than ever in Founder OS, and we were doing an amazing job. And I realized that, my personal brand, if I wanted to scale it, I had to build a personal media company. And I needed to go and actually view myself as more the CEO of this Matt Gray and Founder OS media company versus just some rinky-dink personal brand. There's this beautiful sort of flywheel that exists inside of Founder OS. The more that I learn, the more I level up, the more I push my own taste and creativity, the more I attract this amazing audience of high growth founders that are also looking to leverage organic content and build an infrastructure around them so that they can take advantage of the power of personal brands and content. And this is the exact sort of stuff that we're helping founders with, really capturing the opportunity that exists when you build a systemized founder-led brand, and honestly helping founders with a lot of the sticky situations that come up along the way. Because the truth is, building these sort of brands isn't all rainbows, unicorns, and butterflies, right? Shit comes up. The reality is that, the different platforms change, you're having to build a team and there's different complications that come up just like with any business, right? This shit ain't easy, right? But with the right systems, the right support, and the right mentorship, setting up this kind of organic content engine is really possible. It takes a bit of hard work, but once it's set up, it's something that I think can allow you to become a real category winner and separate yourself from everyone else in your space. And so as Founder OS has evolved, right, it's evolved from just, helping people grow their brand to helping founders grow a systemized founder-led brand and a media company around themselves. And so what I continue to learn is that the more that I level up my own portfolio of profitable companies and the media divisions of all these companies, the more it attracts more and more founders that also want to go and build this sort of infrastructure around them. And so, I think this is, my message to you as well, right? The more that you really stretch yourself, right? You iterate, you get out of your comfort zone, and you make your offer, your audience, your content 10% better every single day. The more that you're able to not only compete at a really high level, but to attract bigger and better customers, and build a really vibrant community around what you're building. But even with the best offers, I would have never been able to make millions from each of the media companies I've started without systems in place. The truth is that you gotta have the right systems in place, right? When you're looking to go and build a profitable media company, you need the right systems for hiring people, for onboarding people, for content, for the audience growth on each platform, and for actually distributing that content at a really high degree. And then the analytics behind it all so that you learn from the best content, the worst, and are able to iterate. Here's the deal. When you're going and scaling out your content, the only thing that is certain is that things will change. And so that systems designer is responsible for keeping that system updated and also making sure, that they're holding the rest of the team accountable for operating at a certain level. Now, the last thing I'm going to share with you here is to learn content. After many years building businesses, I don't really have an interest in anymore building some billion-dollar company. I want to build an amazingly vibrant business, an amazing community around it, and just enjoy my life. Now, I didn't realize this at the time, but all of these weird and disparate experiences that I had over the last 15 years building businesses all seemed to make sense gradually when I started to see what people were resonating with in my content. They were resonating with the fact that I burned myself out in my first business, BitMaker. They were resonating with the fact that while I had built this amazing audience of 14 million people around Herb, I still felt like I was unneedingly kind of hiding behind the scenes and needed to put myself out there more to feel, like I was being my ultimate creative self. And so in some weird way, I was able to start connecting the dots looking backwards and seeing how all this experience that I had gotten over those previous 14 years was almost the perfect ingredient to put out the kind of content I was now sharing with the world. If you want an exercise to go and help take action on all the stuff we've talked about here to get your content operation ripping, be sure to go check out the Content Ignition Playbook via the link in the description. And if you want to go and build your own cult following and dive into more branding psychology, go and check out this next video. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and welcome to the Founder Freedom Movement.